Hello everybody and welcome to the second rendition of Problems Throughout Paragons. I know, this is the exact kind of video you wanted to see. The reason I'm doing this is because I got such a great response from the previous video. I had so many good comments and questions and concerns and opinions the last episode that I wanted to do another one of me reading the comments and putting my opinion, my 2 pennies into that. Before I start this video, I do want to say a couple things. First of all, thank you so much for almost 1,000 subscribers. I'm there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so close. Is there anything that you want to see for a 1,000 subscriber special? I can do a montage of the funniest moments of all of my videos ever since I started playing Paragon. I was thinking about that. I think that would be really fun to do. Bring it back to when I built crit on Gideon. I could do a long live stream, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. I can do like an 8-hour live stream or something like that. I can do both, whatever. I could leak my nudes on the internet. One more thing before I get in this video, I just want to say, if I do read your comment out loud, it's yours. I'm going to put a picture up of the comment. I'm not trying to, bash your opinion. I'm not trying to, start, shit with you or anything. I'm just going to voice my opinion over it. And, maybe we can come to, a compromise on, what the actual, what the problem is in the actual game itself, and then see what we can come up with to find a good compromise. So the one thing that I did forget is that Revenant's ult did get patched in V40.1. So you can't do damage to the other person while Rev ulted him. So I did mess that up. I actually got a lot of mixed feelings about Rev and FaZe. One person said that Rev, he's a carry. He's supposed to do a lot of damage, but he's not supposed to scale at 1.4. That's crazy. I think that's a little too overpowered for me. He can delete half of somebody's health at least early game, too. So the first comment I want to go over is from Dave Carlisil. And he talked about counterpicking your heroes in offlane. Kalari is a great counter to FaZe and Rev because he can jump out of FaZe's lance. She's invis. Rev can't lock on, but when she is out of invis, going into invis, she can be locked on. But that's a great point. That's something I didn't really talk about in the last video. People like Seraph are great counters to Revenant. Doing her Heaven's Fury to negate any obliterate damage from Revenant. And also the jump is really good against FaZe. So that's a really good counter pick too. And Kalari is also a really good one as well. The next comment I want to talk about is from Christopher. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. And he's just talking about how some heroes are bugged. As like Yin's Reflect. If you reflect obliterate back to Rev, it doesn't damage him. Same with Steel. How it's not blocking things that he should actually block. Putting a lot of passive abilities in the game as well lately, much like Kalari is much easier to play. So my thought about Kalari is she's easier to play, but she's still a 100% expert hero. If you are bad with her, you're going to be really bad with her. As well as lock-on abilities. So lock-on abilities. Now, I don't know. Lock-on abilities, you have to sacrifice either positioning or something along the line to use lock-on abilities. Like, let's take Morgesh, for example. Her mark, you have to sacrifice a lot of positioning. You have to get up and close with that to be able to use it. So, someone like Bellica or even Gadget that can take... You can get a lot of burst damage getting close to Gadget. People like that can really counterpick her really well. But... that's just me. I feel lock-on abilities are part of the game. Some of them are better than others, but I think they're not bad. You just have to kind of play around them. The next comment I want to talk about is from Patrick Arens. So he's saying Revenant's win rate is really bad and needs a buff. So I commented, he has a 48% win rate, which isn't bad. It's pretty on par with every other carry. Yin had a little bit higher one. I think it was 52. I didn't check Sarah, so I'm not going to lie. But I personally think this is old data from patch 40. So Yin got a pretty bad nerf when it came to her win burn. So I think the cooldown's like fucking 20 seconds now, which is crazy. So a lot of people are not picking her anymore. She's not as viable anymore. And as far as Sereth, she is really good, but you have to sacrifice positioning to melt people. I will actually check her win rate right now. So current win rate, Yin is 55%, FaZe is 53.8, Greystone 53.5, Chimera 52.7, and Sparrow 51.3. So if you look at it now, Yin nowadays is only being picked 18.7% of the time. When you look at Greystone, FaZe is 52.2 with a win rate of 53. So out of those 50% people are actually picking her, 50% of them are winning them. So Sereth's a little down there at 51%, but she's only being picked 13.1% of the time. Greystone is a lot better offlaner. And now Sereth can't really sustain in jungle, so she's not being picked as much. So Yin definitely got a nerf, and you can tell by the pick rate, she's only 18%. When you look at Twin, I mean, he's at 13.8. Revenant is at 41.1% pick rates and a 47.7 win rates. So, I mean, you definitely have to think that Revenant is being picked a lot more just because of his damage output. Yin just got that nerf, so not too many people are playing. I would like to see how these numbers go in the future, just to see how they go, because I mean, I was kind of surprised that Sparrow's up there pretty high and Twin is lower at 49, even though he's one of the better ADCs in this current meta. The next comment I want to talk about is from King Cash saying, Rev is a carry, he's supposed to hit hard as fuck in my opinion. Goes on to say, is Murdoch broken for deleting people in 1 to 2 hits? First of all, if you can delete somebody in 1 to 2 hits as Murdoch, let me get that build, bro. Where you at? Where you at? Come on. Alright, so yes, Revenant hits hard. If you build 100% crit on him, you're critting about 500 a hit, maybe a little bit less every single shot, plus a 100% bonus damage on his last shot, plus a 1.4 scaling on his Obliterate that can do upwards to 800 damage without a scar. So, like, where's the scaling? Like, where... I mean, Murdoch only has 1 damage ability, plus he has, like, what, some basic pen, like, and a long shot every once in a while. But, like, where's the scaling? I know Twin Blast has the best burst besides Revenant with his triple shot and grenades, but I still think that is way too high. I mean, he can do as much damage with his Obliterate, almost as much damage with his Obliterate, as Countess's ult. And it can go through walls, bro! Like, how is that fair? That's my personal opinion. The only way to kind of negate him is with Sereth and her Heavens of Fury, just like I showed there, or Honor the Pure, Stasis Gem, anything like that, or kite your minions pretty well, so minions are taking aggro and not you. But still, like, I feel like that's so unfair. The next comment I want to talk about is from Brandon for Choice. I'm sorry, Brandon. I know you're at like every live stream, so I love you, man. I'm in love with you. I hope you know that. So he pointed a couple things saying, helping people understand the game more is definitely important. Old heroes do need more love. Iggy is getting a rework, so that is confirmed. I'm really excited about that. And a good Richter can be really good. I personally love Murdoch's changes, but that's just me. I only played him once with his changes, so like I can't get a full description. I did pretty bad. He doesn't have an issue with Revenant. He does that much damage if you're isolated. If you're not isolated, it's not nearly as much damage. So I do agree with you. I mean, he's an assassin. He's an assassin carry. So I do agree with you there. But I just feel like it's broken, man. That's my, and you don't have an issue with phase, the brightness on the blind, which was changed, of course. So the blind is still pretty broken. It's a 3-second fucking blind, which is just crazy, man. That's just crazy. By the way, do you like this Sereth build? Like, I'm just crushing this offlane here. But anyways, and you personally like Raptors, but your new ideas on Raptors seem more fun and engaging. And I can't find it at the moment, but somebody said, like, they're like, are you a new player? Like, they used to have, like, those neutral harvesters by the pit and on the lanes. like, I'm not a new player. I remember that. And I do remember black buff. I do remember all these things. So, like, they're just different concepts. Just, like, you don't have to put a key into a harvester. It's just an amber link that you can fight over. Or a black buff. Like, a black buff would be clutch there. That gave you a little bit more CP when you got it. Like, maybe 300 to 500 instead of fucking, what, 600 per raptor? I think that's a little too excessive. And with Wukong coming out, he gets so much CP now. Like, he has a passive where he just gets more freaking CXP. Like, that's insane. Like, why Epic? Why are you doing this to me? So this is gonna be the last comment that I read. I think I read 7. So it's from Patrick again, saying, in my opinion, Yin is broken. And I got this a lot, actually. There was a few comments saying, you know, Yin is broken and not Rev. So let's break this down a little bit. Alright, so you break down Yin's kit. She is a hybrid carry, I like to call her. She's not really melee, but she's also not a ranged carry. She has kind of a good center between both. She has to kind of sacrifice positioning a little bit with her basic attacks. Her wind burn did get a nerf, so that's not bad at all. But let's talk about this. She only has one damaging ability. That is her lash kick plus her wind burn, but that's just an extension of her basic attack. The only reason why she is quote-unquote OP is she pretty much counters any other ranged hero. To a certain extent. I just ran into a wall there. I don't know if you saw it. So, let's break this down. She has to use an ultimate, which everybody's saying, like, oh, you know, Rev's ultimate is supposed to be, you know, this OP thing. Like, you know, it's his ultimate. He has to use his ultimate to be able to, you know, use his obliterate efficiently. But where's the love when it comes to Yin? Like, you're kind of, you know, double standards here. Rev's ultimate, you're able to pretty much focus on one person, while Yin is able to not get focused at all pretty much and be able to backlash all that damage to someone else. So, I mean, I do think that is OP as shit. I do agree with you, but at the same time, like, it's not that bad. It's really hard to circle around that in a team fight while getting fucking melted by, you know, their frontliners like a Grux or Sevrog and still backlash any carries, autos, or abilities. So I personally think that's just way too, I mean, it's a very big skill shot. In my personal view, I mean, I think Rev's ultimate is kind of, it's pretty standard when it comes to it. Like, you pop your R, you fucking shoot a couple people, autos, and then you obliterate, and you get a kill. So guys, with that being said, I hope you do enjoy this video. Let me know how you like it in the comments below. I had a lot of fun making this video, reading the comments, reading the opinions in this. Like, I just had a lot of fun. And so let me know how you like it. I'm about to get in this epic team fight, got that kill. I don't know if you paid attention in any of the footage in the background, but I got a tier 2 at like, or I got an inhib at like fucking, I think 20 minutes on the dot. So that's the power of offlane, and maybe I can talk about that in a separate video. But until then, guys, let me know how you like it. If you have any other opinions, comments, concerns, anything in the comments, let me know. And let me know about these 1,000 subscribers special. So I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye. I love you all.